Hello, everyone. This is author Stephanie Paasch, and I thought it would be fun to maybe open up a little bit more about a few things that make me me. And to do that, I bought this really cool book called Burn After Writing, and it kind of makes you dive a little bit deeper on things that kind of shaped your life to make you turn out how you turned out, as an adult. So I thought I would read one of my pages and give you my answers for that page. Okay, so I'm going to do this page over here, which is page 9 in the book. The first thing that it asks is things that I collected as a child. Okay, so you'd probably like to know that I had probably 47 Barbies, all named Serena, whenever I was little, because Serena was my absolute favorite girl name ever, and I just wanted to be named Serena instead of Stephanie for most of my childhood anyway. And since my mom said no, she named me Stephanie for a reason, and that her and Daddy really loved it. So I kept my name Stephanie, but I always promised myself if I had a daughter one day that hopefully I could name her Serena and give her the name that I loved so much. And well, that happened a lot of years later, but now I have a daughter named Serena. So full circle on that one. Something else that I collected as a child was Care Bears from back in the 80s or maybe 90s, I don't know, and Cabbage Patch Dolls. And I had a huge sticker collection. Album after album after album of stickers. There wasn't any technology really back in the 80s and 90s so much, so you kind of had to be creative on your own. And of course, I wrote a ton of journals, and I wrote everywhere. Any kind of notebook paper or anything that I had, I was all the time making little books for my friends or my mom or anyone who I loved, my grandma. I did a lot of mailing to her because we lived so far apart and I didn't get to see her a whole lot. So that was one way we stayed connected. But those are probably the main things that I collected as a kid: Barbies and Care Bears and Cabbage Patch Kids, stickers, and lots of books, either ones that I wrote or ones that I read and loved and talked my mom into buying at book fairs. Okay, the next question is my aspirations as a child. And if you guys have been on StephaniePaasch.com, you know that I've always dreamed of being an author, and that dream finally came true just right before I turned 40. So better late than never, right? And the last one on page 9 says, the teacher that had the most influence on my life. Well, I gotta say that was my ninth grade literature teacher. At the time, her name was Mary Ingmeyer, and since then she's renamed and now she's Mary Sally. And I am pleased to say that I reconnected with her as an adult and let her know, what an impact she had on my life. And it was a very emotional talk, to say the least, but I let her read the first 12 of my Sparkle Pants series before I even sent them to the editor because I wanted to make sure they really were good enough, to share with other people besides people who really loved me. I wanted to have a little bit of reassurance that I wrote good stories and that I should pursue my author dream and not wait any longer than I already had. And obviously, here we are with 2 books on Amazon, and I must be doing something right because she definitely trained me very well on what it takes to be a good writer and how to make your stories really interesting and keep everybody's attention while you're telling the story. You want to paint the whole picture, the whole scenery, all the characters' lives, and all the things that make you connect to a book. And I feel like Mary did that for me, and I'm just really grateful to have her in my life. So that's what I wanted to share tonight. I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little better. Thanks.